Hello world, we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and we're in Adobe Photoshop today doing some more work on the ArtFight illustrations. We're doing an attack on somebody called, well, the character's called Whirlpool. They belong to Sillyminu. 3, 2, 1, canvas reveal. Ta-da! Oh, the characters are so cute. I was like, if I bring the tail around the front, then I get to do all the sparkly water details more. It does in their description say cat in the tags, but the cute, the fluffy. Mochi, hi. Misty, got the notification literally the same second. I wonder if you're going to stream today. So I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. A little bit late. It's because I was sorting out the channel. I've been editing the stream videos down, so like cropping out the intros, cropping out thrashes, cropping out like pauses where I've gone to grab a reference or something. I've also been doing thumbnails for them. So slowly I'm unprivatizing videos too. So Astroblaze, I know a while ago you commented that I was missing a few of my videos because you were wondering if YouTube had took them. And I said, I've just not, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of unedited videos. So I just privatized a couple of them. There is now at least one new one back up that was in need of some editing and thumbnails. So an example is all of the old Spooky Month animations have a thumbnail and have been edited. All of the Spooky Month stills where I drew characters sat on the porch, trick-treating, the POV ones, those have all been edited, and one of those is live again, because one of them was private at the time. Uzi, hi, you're back from Texas. How was Texas? Hopefully the weather was a bit nicer than I've seen in the news. Oh, Astralize, I did think there were more VODs than there were before. I've been going through them and slowly fixing them, and my goal is to get everything edited and back to where it was before I'm back in the hospital. So it's like if I can clean everything up, that'd be pretty great. But I have been at the computer all day. So that's the reason that I was a little bit late, is because I got distracted. And then I had to run to grab art reths and stuff for this. I know. So slowly, Astroblaze, they're all coming back. One of them, partway through the side quest of that episode, was literally ranking Pokemon. So when I say it, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. It's because like usually I'll be editing the video and it'll just be conversation or whatever. And sometimes you just get hit with random statements from chat. Like I cut out a really big part of the dialogue that was just, well, it had no dialogue. It was a pause because I was getting references online. And this day, got a typo in chat. And I skipped to a bit where I read and I hear myself just go, fart in Discord. What? Because I believe it was meant to put art Discord, because later it was discussions about patch, the concept of like a patch for your jacket that says suspect stole a cheese, that was inspired by one of Skelly's fan comics for Jack and Colby. So sometimes you just skip through and it's like, wait, what the hell's going on? You just put, and then you've got the side quest. Like I was watching it and then all of a sudden I got to a part where my screen was full of Pokemon and me being like, crosses out. Go on this one. But where did that come from? Should I just start adding to the description rather than it just being, we're drawing this, that, and the other today? It'll be like, we're drawing this, that, and the other today, and today's side quest features drawing art with your teeth. Mochi, in my community post where you can get to create my own profile. Oh, your art contest is live. Is that the one you were talking about where you draw you and your art cat? I know they have a cute name. And Uzi, you had a great time because you got to see your cousins and get their numbers. Oh, so you can like talk more now. That's great. Add them on Roblox. Misty, fart in Discord. Yeah. So like I was just talking and I'm listening to myself talking. And suddenly I go from saying one thing to just, with astonishment, fart in Discord out of absolutely nowhere. There's quite a few moments like that where I'm reading it and then it'll just be something someone's put in chat that's made me giggle. I think one was I can't remember the subject matter, but I think it was one of Cry Glitches where it was something like talking about enemies or something, and I skipped ahead a bit with editing just to hear me reading out loud, like Cry Glitch calling out Helioptile. And it was just funny. He was like my enemy. Oh, you feel old, Mochi? Well, hopefully you have a fun 20s. Sorry, I was about to speak from experience, and I'm like, I'm still in my 20s. I don't have experience. Hi, Pebble. Pebble, do you want to give us experience about your 20s? Too bad you're literally two. Too bad you're literally 2 years old. Yeah, you lick your paw. You aren't teaching us anything, Pebble. You have no wisdom. What wisdom do you offer? Step in Rikeki's turd that one time. Is that your wisdom? Yeah, one time Pebble stepped in Rikeki's turd, and oh my god, it was funny. He was hopping around with one foot in the air as if he'd hurt it, doing the most desperate meow, and then I checked his foot, and he, he just stepped in it. And it's like, oh, well, now you need a bath. He hated that part. Your magical painter cat, yes. Her name's Star. Oh, because you're Mochi. Cute. So your contest is to design like a new profile picture, right? You know, I need more practice drawing furries typically. They're not the style of cartoon I usually do. I'm aware their anatomy is it's simple but also not. So it's like whenever I go to draw them, they end up a lot flusher, I think, when I draw them. Like my style makes them very fluffy. Which I guess isn't technically a problem, unless your character doesn't have fur. Naked mole rat furry. Mochi, my autistic brain doesn't feel like I'm old. Forever young. Astroblaze, I've been having a load of ideas for new OCs, but I have no time to draw any of them. That's how I've been feeling the past couple of streams where I'm like, oh, I really want to draw my new OCs. I've started. I do have some sketches going for them. Because, like I said, I've also been saying one of my main problems is I want them to look how they look in my head. So I'm practicing at the minute to try and get the faces right. They're one of them characters where it's like they seem simple, but when you've got simple characters, it's really noticeable when they're off model. So I'm trying to make the fur on the tail look kind of wave reminiscent. I believe the character is classed as a sea monster because under permissions there was something to do with please do not ship the sea monster siblings, and Whirlpool was one of them. Like, I'm not gonna ship your sibling characters. That's not a problem. It's just that's how I realized it was a sea monster as well. I mean, it is a problem. That's why it's not a problem that I'm not gonna do it. You know. Nisty man, the future from August forward is gonna suck. The possibility of me having to wake up at 7 a.m. to catch the train, walk an hour to my trade school every day is starting to look real. An hour walk? Can you take? Do you have a bike? I remember you were talking about learning how to drive. I know you've mentioned a dirt bike before. Well, if it's anything like in England, you're not allowed to take dirt bikes on the road. Do you have a bike? A regular bike? Like a bicycle? You're gonna go cycling? That might make it quicker? Easier? Dude, bro, hey, Jcrow, guess who it is? Oh my gosh, hi! Not seen you in a while. Not seen you in ages. I know one of the previous streams when we'd seen people, I think you were one of the people where I was like, there's a few people, there's like 3 people at least I can think of that we used to see a lot that we've not seen. You're one of them. How are you doing? Oh yeah, Nisty. I also remembered because again, editing videos. How did that pull-up bar work out? You were making a pull-up bar at one point, and it was like, how long will this last? I hope I did it right, you know? Is it still going good? Or did it fall down? I feel like everyone's falls off eventually. Okay. I'm not sure if this character's meant to have a visible neck or not, because of all the fluff. I do want to move the head around though. How are you doing, dude, bro? Have you been drawing still? Are you still doing art? Hope so, because you have like a really unique style. Uzi, but the sad part of me in Texas could not sleep for like 3 days without my mom helping me, so that kind of sucked. Was it to do with it being like a different climate than you're used to? I know it's difficult to sleep for me if it's too hot, for example. I can sleep in the cold. I can handle that. Okay, I'm gonna give the character a bit of a neck, I think. I think that would look fine. Oh, they lost a bit of their paw as well. Dude, bro, you're doing great. I hope you're doing all right now. I may or may not have gotten way into Fantastic Four with you again, though. And Misty, oh, the bar works great. Just did a bunch of pull-ups today on it. Oh, nice. Also, you have a bike, but you're not lugging it with you on the train. It would get you there quicker, though. I know, skip the train entirely and just like cycle the entire way. That doesn't sound awful. Is it the new Fantastic Four movie that you're talking about, dude, bro? Or is it to do with like older works like comics? So it's Luna. Hello, hello. I need to have more subs. Like a subway. I absolutely need more subways. Only if they're free. I'm not paying. See, I'm always like, oh, I like Subway. I don't like it for that price. I do not like it for the cost. Considering I'm usually hungry still, I rarely find Subway like filling, right? But I find it delicious. I like sandwiches. Let's see. Oh, you've tagged me in something, Mochi? And it's Evelina, you recently got Discord. Do you want to know what it is? You've got Discord like you've got an account or you've made a server? If you want, I do have a Discord. There's a link in the bio and the description usually. And it is an art themed server. So it's about helping, like just posting, sharing art, helping, giving feedback if people want it. It's pretty chill. It's really fun actually. Also, I need to see what Mochi's tagged. Okay, so these lines are going to be for the fur pattern. Looking a little bit like a hot dog right now. I might have to tweak the size of the limbs a little, but we're still sketching at the moment. We've got 7 likes on the video as well, everyone. Thank you very much. You're all wonderful. Oh, sounds like Squeaky's coming out the stream room. Sounds like he's done streaming. Squeaky Clean has been streaming like this zombie themed game recently. I forgot what it was called again. Is he Lena? You joined the Discord? Welcome. I think I can say hi. It usually lets you send like an emoji. Yes. They're called Pringles. That's so cute. Hi. I love Pringles. But at the same time, I never buy them because they're addicting, I think. Pringles is one of them snacks where if I have it, I'm gonna end up finishing the whole tub by myself. And I kind of don't want to eat a whole tub of Pringles, but each time I eat one, I'm like, I would like one more Pringle. I shall have one more Pringle. And then one more Pringle is like 12. And then sometimes I'll do the thing where I'm like, I'm going to put the lid on the can and then I'm not going to eat anymore because lid on the can. But then I just end up taking the lid off, going, just one more, and then I'll have one more. And it just keeps going. So I'm like, I buy Pringles rarely as a treat because I know I can't be trusted. I'm like Colby with cheese. Hello, Squeaky. Hello.
Hello. Bunch of nudes in chat, you say?
Uh, who's he?
I've got to run.
I wish I had Discord fries in voice actor. Maybe one day. Mochi, I hope I'm gonna go ahead and get my nails done. Ooh, I'm gonna do black nails with red glitter chrome on top. Oh, that sounds so cool. Is it like that metallic? The metallic glittery, it kind of looks like mica powder. I'm looking down at my nails as if my nails have been done. They have not been. I have been thinking about painting them though. I'm considering painting them. I have been for the past couple of days. I don't know what color. I'm not, like I say, I'm not a skilled furry artist, I don't think. I don't know. I'm kind of hard on myself when it comes to my abilities in drawing furry characters. I've had some practice. I just need more. So it's like I'm not being mean, but obviously if I never draw them, I'm not going to get practice, so I need to draw them. But also, this was so cute. I want to change the paw shape like a little because it feels too lumpy. The way I've drawn it feels too lumpy. For example, if it was a hand, I feel like I'd go for a pose a bit more like that. So how can we make that but a paw? They don't have thumbs, so we won't have a thumb. They only seem to have, right, let me see. Let's look at them. How many little paw parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4? Because they've got little line paws. They don't seem to have big chunky ones. It's like I know how cute paws can look with like furry eyes that are like very well practiced. And you like make them all shiny and stuff, and it's really cute. BRB? Hope I come back. Hope I come back. That sounds so ominous. Good luck, Mochi. We hope you come back too. Don't perish. I think that kind of works. I don't think any of the references show if this character has toe beans. I see you sending emojis in chat. Thank you. I'll send some back. Let's send some hearts. Eagle. Okay, so if we look at this, the paw is clearly front facing. So realistically, in theory, we'd be able to see some beans if this character had one in that picture. I think we're supposed to leave them how it is because in their permissions, one of the things they've said is basically, please stop giving my characters noses. They don't have noses. And I was like, okay. Because on ArtFight, people can interpret stuff a bit differently and add things. And I guess a lot of people are looking at this character and being like, oh, well, it's a cat, so it must have a nose. Um, so it's like if they haven't have chosen not to give it toe beans, I'm inclined to think that that's part of the style, as opposed to not, and it being an angle issue. Because, like I say, in that other pose, you should, in theory, be able to see them, right? But they've chosen not to. So I think we're gonna go for without. See, Blina, I keep spamming emojis because I like the vibration thingy when I click it. They are fun. I like how they actually spawn at the top enough. It is very fun to just spam them. So don't worry, I get it. I do it to Squeaky. Have you made any more art at Luna recently? Are you still drawing? Because I remember seeing some of your drawings a while ago. It was super cute. I know because the drawing you did of Colby recently was also on my desktop. So all the art I receive, I put in a big folder that rotates on my homepage, on my desktop wallpaper. Let's see who's there currently. Wait, I'm going to show you. It's one of Nisty's. It's one of Nisty's. This one was currently on the wallpaper. Hello, Mr. Military Man. Thank you for dying for us. P.S. What kind of gun do you have? Love Colt. This was inspired by something in chat where we were discussing the little kids in America do a project in school where they write letters to soldiers, and the soldiers do actually get them and read them, and they like look forward to it and have like a fun night reading them all. And it was like, what would Colby write? Thank you for dying it for us. What kind of gun do you have? Colby. Help, what's wrong, Goosey? See, believe I can't really draw right now because I have to do it with my finger since my pen is missing. Ah, I see. Oh, also, Cookie, how are you feeling? Recovering? I know you've been in surgery with the appendicitis, right? I hope you're recovering well. Okay, we're going to actually do the line art on Whirlpool now. It's Lena. That is a beautiful piece of art. And Nisty, I really cooked with this drawing, eh? Yes. Amazing. You did an amazing job. Yes. I don't know how quickly the art rotates on my desktop. I don't know if it's a timer. I think it's a timer. And it does change quite frequently. It might be every 5 minutes, possibly. That's what I mean, where it's like they all go in the same folder. I get a little surprise each time I turn my computer on. Nice. See, Uzi, P.S. What kind of gun do you have is just so funny to me. It's so in character too. I like how also for the illustration, obviously Nisty's drawn, but the drawing that Colby's drawn is a little picture of one soldier absolutely Swiss cheesing another with bullets and the splatter. I was like, yeah, that seems about as sensitive as he'd be. And then the picture of himself in the corner with a piece of cheese. He's like, thanks for dying for us. Sits down and has a snack. Delicious. You know, there was something similar to that in England with ye old England, right? So if our monarchy went to war, like ye old war, your monarch would actually be on the field with you. They're supposed to lead the battle, right? Just saying, I'm looking at modern politicians and monarchs causing wars. Yo, get your ass on the front line. Anyway, um, people would bring picnics. Straight up, you'd have an allotted battleground. In some cases, I guess. So it's like if this is a big field that has to have like here's your king fighting. He's pretty sad about it. And then maybe there's a hillside here that they're not fighting on. You think people would actually risk their lives getting shot by like a stray arrow or something to sit and like have a picnic? That's what Colby is with his piece of cheese. He's quite happy about it because he's got lunch and then he gets to go home. But that's actually something they would do. Not everybody would, but some people would because they're like, "Oh, we're rich, we can't get shot." It's like, which I'm aiming for you. An aristocrat cringe. Aims gun. Aims musket. Ah, Uzi, if my OC wrote a letter, it'd probably say something like, Dear soldiers, can you send me a gun for my show? P.S. Send me ammo too. She's insane. Mochi, when I get back, I'm going to draw interactions with my characters. Cute. The mini Dubai chocolate. Oh, you're eating Dubai chocolate. I was like, where's that come from? Spencer, hello. Hi. Have you ever wrote a letter to a soldier in school? That was the subject we were on similarly. And then I started talking about medieval battles in England. Currently doing ArtFight as well for anyone that's just joining. And this character is called Whirlpool. Whirlpool and they belong to Sillyminu. And then this here too. Yay! Spencer, I finished some Azura art recently that I could put in the Discord. Great. Webbing Soda. Hello, I'm new, but I've been lurking a little, and this place seems chill. And I have a nap over here with you in the background. Enjoy your nap. Good to see you. Don't worry, we don't scream on the channel. You shouldn't get jump scared. Who's Azora? Did you share the art to Discord? Can I see? So this animation meme is nearly full as well. I've got like 3 slots left, I think, for big illustrations. And plenty of room for my cunning plan to do some silly little dance animations to put in the credit sequence. And I was thinking of using the credit sequence dancers as a special slot, thank you, for people that are also in the live chat. So like priority to live chat. So if you're on ArtFight, I'm aware of your existence, and you're in the live chat, there's a good chance you might get a GIF. I'm not sure how many I'll be able to get done. I can't wait to colour this tail. I love water. Don't know what's really telling. So the screenshots on my phone of the references for this character, when I tell you I love water, my phone I had split screened. So I have 2 web browsers open. Down here is ArtFight and the picture of the cats I'm showing you because I was getting the references right. Up here I was on YouTube, but do you want to know what it was? It was all just pure ocean, like blue ocean, and it was just like water sounds and like just the sound of waves and stuff. So I'm here like, I really like water and the sound of water. And then when I went to go and get these references in like that same breath, I'm like, oh, that bad, huh? That bad. It's Evelina. Oh, thank you. I'm doodling right now. Traditionally. Ooh. And Spencer, the art is on there now. Uzi says it's a character from a Roblox game called Forsaken, and he has been killed or sacrificed by another character called Two Time. Well, that sounds quite rude of Two Time. We should sacrifice Two Time. Absolutely no context, but let's sacrifice them instead. Let's get revenge. Not the ArtFight kind. I'll check the Discord though. I've appeared. Oh, dude, bro, I see your Fantastic Four. Why is he with? Is that TF2? Is that TF2 for and Fantastic Four crossover? Wait, you draw them so cute. The Roblox art. It's so cool. Oh, the face on the hat's actually really cute. I like the soft shading in there, but the rest of the character too? Speechless. But I'm streaming, so I'm not supposed to be speechless. I'm breaking the law. Oops, game here. Hi, I'm also drawing for ArtFight right now. Hi, I like your username and your profile picture. It's so cute. Who is that? Is that just a little guy? What are you currently drawing for ArtFight? Sorry, I want to see your little icon. Oh, it's a little ducky. Oh, they're so cute. No, Squeaky Clean also has a duck-themed channel. He's frequently called Duckman in chat. I think this one's currently in attack. And all of my attacks are going in a posing animation meme. Some of them have been animated. There are other VODs on the channel. Thank you. You're welcome. And Uzi, you really like Elliot and Cool Kid? Cool Kid. You know, for one of my university projects, I had a character called Cool Kid. All the characters had odd names. And one of them was Cool Kid. His outfit was based off Comic-Con fit, like one of my cousins did. And by that I mean he bought random things at Comic-Con, like he bought a face mask with like a cartoon mouth on it, like this. He bought like a little cartoon mouth. It looks weird, but it was a cute face. Um, he bought this weird game themed hat that kind of looked like a turtle, and I had no idea what it was from, and I still kind of don't. But he bought it. He also bought sunglasses, so it was like he was buying merch that was bits of cosplay, but also wasn't bits of cosplay. He put it all into one big outfit because he just started wearing everything he picked up, in addition to the outfit he already had on. And I was like, you know what? You can be cool, kid. And then I think for the sake of the project, I needed more characters. I did work on it a little with my cousin when it came to the plot as well. I think they did a few. I think they did some pixel sprites because the idea was going to be to make it a pixel game, and they did get credited clearly in the portfolio. And they helped with the writing and something else, but I can't quite remember. I think. Fun fact for anybody doing university, examiners like to see that you can work in a team and you can distribute stuff effectively to an extent. So many people like to tear each other down in art when it comes to industry and learning. It's terrible. But I remember I'd commissioned somebody to design an outfit for somebody. Um, I'd commissioned someone to do the music for something because that's something I'm not going to do. It's like, well, I'm just going to do a mid job of it because I'd be a complete noob. And then the examiner was like, so these people dotted throughout your portfolio for your end project showing like everything you've done. Who are they? And I'm like, well, they're people that I like commissioned and paid to do certain parts of the work that I couldn't do. Or because it's like with the costumes, it's like I thought to myself, I can and I'm capable of designing a pirate outfit, right? Which is what I needed or wanted. However, I knew this person could probably do it better and make a cooler one. So I was like, hey, and I explained what I was doing and what it would be for. And I asked if she would be down for me to commission her to design some outfits for it. And she went ahead and did that. Worked out. They were actually really impressed at the ability to seek out and plan that sort of thing. The whole time I had like people in class that were like trying to heckle me, being like, "Oh no, you're gonna fail," and I'm like, "Why would I fail? Why would I fail? At no point in the industry, unless I'm doing private freelance work, at absolutely no point in the animation industry am I going to be working alone ever, unless I'm being privately commissioned, unless someone in chat messaged me." For example, and went, hey, can you animate this for me? Which has happened a lot. I've done a lot of private projects for people. Then it's just me doing it. I think one of them required music, and I was like, you're gonna have to get someone to do your music though. And they're like, yeah, don't worry, I've got the music. I think one of them was a music video. So I was actually animating their music video. So when they were like, I want music, it was like, oh, don't worry, it's mine. I've already got that. That was convenient. But if I'm ever industry level hired, I'm never going to be on my own. If I am, it's going to be a bit, I'd have to assess the needs of the situation because I'd be like, where's the rest of the animation team? Where's my department? Where's my department? Why am I alone? Why am I lost? I'm like an ant out here. Who burned all the ants? Solitary. I wouldn't be impressed. If they turn around and they're like, no, we just need you, I'd be like, oh, honey, you just need one, huh? What's your project? You're doing a whole season of something? Oh, oh, you better get out those. Go and get out those CVs. Not unless you want this to be an ongoing project for the next 8 years. Oh, but they just wouldn't understand. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not over explaining it to y'all. And then obviously when it came to the actual exam, they get like a professional um not critique judge or something in to help grade, and she was like super impressed with it. She's like, I have never seen someone do this before. I'm like, what do you mean you've never seen? It's making that really distracting. He was just like, he was just dancing. He came in the room and started dancing in the corner. I'm trying to ignore him. It's not working. But yeah, they were like, I've never seen someone do this before. It's like, well, why not? Do it more. Anyway, Uzi, you're currently playing Cookie Run Kingdom. Who's your favorite? You just got Eternal Sugar. I know who Eternal Sugar is. She's very pretty. Also, hi, always breaded. How are you doing? Welcome in. You've been switching between streams like mad raw. That's like your catchphrase, I think. When we were watching, I was watching a stream the other day, and you were drawing a kitty character. We're drawing a kitty character today too. This one's a bit more of a furry though. Uzi, you're gonna sigmally, I see, print out things for your room. What kind of things? Secrets? You have secrets on your wall. This character's very pale. I mean, it's probably to do with him being, the color of sand. They're so cute though. Chunky. I'm gonna get all the flats down, and then the areas that I want shading in, I'll add later because I think that's a lot of plain white around the head. So we're gonna have some shadow in there, but I'm gonna get all the base first. Oh wait, the whole paw is like pale at some point too. Yeah. And they have like orange. But no, I saw Always Breaded. You did a live stream drawing a YouTuber character and a live stream drawing the kitty character. Go. Oh, we've not actually investigated to see who is the top monarch of the stream yet. Oh, it's Nisty, of course. It's always Nisty. Nisty's got the top monarchy. Uzi is the heir, and I eat sticks. You're the knights. You have a knight title, a knightship. I still believe you're not a knight still. Misty, I will never be dethroned. You really won't. Ever since I've started streaming again, once I got out of hospital, they'd added this feature where you get rankings for second, third. We decided one stream that because I don't get a crown, but also I'm the one talking, it makes me the court jester. Let's do the blue of the paw. See, now I'm not too sure about even giving it like the little bumps at the top of the paw because that's not kind of not how it looks, but I think it'll be okay. Gosh, they're so cute! They're literally a little beach cat. Uh, Ruzy Raw, did someone say jester? Yes. I decided that first, second, and third place goes to your monarchy, your heir to the throne, and then your knights, your royal knights. But because I don't get a ranking, I'm doing the entertainment. I'm a court jester, so I need a jester outfit. I am the fool. I'm in a room with Pebble, and I'm still the fool. That's because I'm calling him kind of stupid. Okay, I did the bend on this bit wrong. Nice. Astral Blaze. I will never be knighted. Sad face. Oh no. Right. I think I want, now that I've seen it in colour, I want this paw to be thicker. It's too skinny. I was suspicious this paw was part of my problem I'm having with it. But I'm like, if I just develop it a little more, because I'm thinking I could also make it fluffier and then round that off. Oh no, the star. Oh, so we're going. I got invited last minute to like Comic-Con on Sunday. Totally broke. Oh, I'm gonna get to walk around Artist Alley. You gotta go and see all the pretty characters. So you know when artists do hauls where it's like, or challenges where it's like finding all the insert character at Comic Con. Imagine being like, I'm gonna go and look for all the Colby at Comic. And then it can just be pictures of me putting the dolls I have in random places. And be like, look, found him, found him. Cosplay is something I've always wanted to try, but I just haven't. Okay, so this one needs to be orange, this one needs to be light blue, this one needs to be dark blue. And then the other side isn't as coloured. And Nisty, you're not too far from third place, Astra. Astra, girl, send me the link. Ah. What? You want the link? Why would you need that? I do need to get them the link. I've not bought tickets yet either. I've not got the tickets yet either. That's something that's meant to be on my to-do list. I have been told, Astra, that this is the link. I need to get mine in squeakies, else we're not going to get in. Part of the conversation about it was obviously which ticket to get. Because it's like, oh, we could get the early access entry. And then I was like, okay, but on a Sunday, based on where you live and how far and whatnot, can you actually make it in for 9? And she was like, good point. They were like, you know what? Perhaps not. Oh, their eyes red. I did send you the link, Astro Blaze. I'll get my tickets afterwards, I guess. It's Evelina, Gary from Invader Zim. You're a cosplayer. I don't wear wigs though. I usually make a mask and things. Like I made a girl costume. That's amazing. Wait, he's in your room staring at you. I love Invader Zim. Fun fact about that, the DVD for Invader Zim is atrociously expensive, right? And I couldn't find it online, and I really wanted to watch them all. So we were kind of flummoxed because we couldn't get the DVDs or the Blu-rays because they were like 70 quid, and that's a no. And then I had like the biggest brain decision ever, which isn't very big brain. It's just because I used to get like a lot of Spanish DVDs. And I was like, see if it's available in other countries. And Squeaky Clean's like, why? And I'm like, because it might be cheaper if it's from a different country. And he looks at me and he goes, but we won't be able to know what they're saying. To which I say, yeah, but usually cartoons have language settings on DVDs. And then he was like, big brained. And he was like, what? So we have a German copy of Invader Zim. It just means the default language is German. That's all. So if you're ever struggling to find a DVD for a good price in your preferred language, buy it from a different country, even if you can't speak that language, because there is a very, very, very strong chance that in the settings, it's an English dub. It's Evelina, £70. Jeez Louise. Yep. 70 quid. And no, I did not have that kind of money. I still don't have that kind of money. I do now have Invader Zim in German on Blu-ray because at any point I can just change the language to English. I need to pick my German lessons back up, actually. I use it enough that sometimes I just mutter in German. Ironically, mutter is also a German word. It doesn't mean mutter in German, it means mother. But yeah. When you know a second language, does anybody else just kind of sometimes mumble in that language? Like you'll say something. Especially the words that are fun to say. Has anyone watched Into the Florpus on Netflix? That is an Invader Zim movie. It's so well animated. I think the humor in it is just great as well. Oh, Nisty. So we're getting the early Sunday ticket? No. We're getting the normal one. Because realistically, it's only an hour and we're not entirely sure we'd actually be able to make it for 9 a.m. anyway on both ends, which then makes the ticket kind of pointless, you know? Apart from the bit where me and Squeaky don't actually have a ticket. So I have a really cute dress. Whoa, Jcrow has a cute dress. Wow, who saw that coming? I have a cute dress. And I've noticed it's like a beach. It's like it's giving beach Barbie. It's like a Barbie dress, okay? It's very cute, and it's like a halter neck with like a sweetheart line. It's very cute. Um, and I'm like, Squeaky, I'm thinking, Squeaky has a pink, no, he has a light blue, matching light blue to the dress shirt with flamingos on it. And I'm like, if he wears that and like some blue shorts and I wear the other one, then technically we'd be like a closet Barbie and Ken. I've looked up I've looked up beach dolls as well, and they have some like extraordinarily similar outfits to those outfits I've just described. I was like, wow. So that's my wardrobe. My wardrobe is rockabilly and Barbie apparently. It's like I wear them casually all the time, and people are always like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I'll be like, "Shopping." And they'll be like, "Huh? Where are you going? Hospital? Huh?" They never believe me. Cute. Astro Blaze. The Sunday one starts at 10 though. Yeah. Sunday because Squeaky is working on the Saturday. And the 10 o'clock one because we're not sure that we'll be able to make it in for 9 with the transport. Unless you can drive now and you have a car. That'd be very convenient, Astro Blaze. Who thinks Astro Blaze should drive us? I think Astro Blaze should drive. Okay, so we do need some shading going on the character too, but let's do the tail. So you're the color layer, you're the line art. Lines, color. I'm just renaming layers. Nothing. Reference. Wiki. Wiki. Hmm. So the tail's meant to be made of water. So we're going to start with base, a base color. And then we're going to slowly layer it all up. Ooh. Uzi, where are you going? To my room. What? My hands are gonna hate me after I cut all this out. Oh, because you just printed out all your photos? What did you print? Are we allowed to know, or is it secret? Where are you going with all that printer paper? Has anyone ever, like, heard of the printer ink scandal? Because, damn, that is a rabbit hole. They do all these wiggly bits. Hi, Pebble. Hi, Pebble. Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh, it's a little cat. Nisty, I wore a paramilitary LARP-looking outfit to go swimming and eat out a couple of days ago. Slay. You were LARPing at like a burger joint or something. There was a LARPing group when I went to university. There was a LARP group, and they were not using any sort of safety protocols. So LARPers usually actually at least respect the things they're holding, you know, the literal weapons and stuff, which are often also antiques. But a university allowed and funded a LARP group, and it was just a bunch of boys, basically. They were adult men, but I'm calling them boys because I'm bullying them. Not because they were LARPers, because, you know, if you're not hurting somebody and you're just having some fun, I don't care. Have fun. Enjoy it. It's the fact that they would fool around and like play with actual weapons, which led to incidents such as um one time some guy just picked up a spear, pointing like behind him. He just like hoisted it and started running, and in doing so, nearly took out another man's eye. He had a huge like cut from it go all the way across his face, his cheek, just skipping his eye. Ever so slightly skipping the eye, and it's a case of if he hadn't blinked, that could have been a lot worse. There was another incident where they were messing around with, I think, axes, and someone got their leg crushed. And it's because they were just playing with them like they were toys, literally. And it's like, if you want to do the kind of LARPing where you're not actually holding and using the literal weapons and antiques safely and correctly with any level of respect, you do want to play with it like it's a lightsaber, then you shouldn't be allowed to touch those weapons. Because they had actual weapons. And like I say, people were like losing fingers, breaking bones, and almost losing an eye. Uzi, no, remembered everyone. Remember everyone, these are grown men. Oh yeah, they were like even older than me. They were like 20 plus.
Drop from the shop.
Bread?
Bread,
And cola for my medicine.
cola, and everything.
Maybe.
Okay. Chat, do you want anything?
Chat, do you want anything from the shop?
Swear, if any of you say Pokemon cards.
You'd buy them willingly.
Yes.
Anyone want something from the corner shop? Squeaky's going. Astro Blaze, if you're going to act like little kids, get toy weapons. It's Evelina horrified. Yeah, adult men. Squeaky, do you remember the LARPers?
See, there's a difference between LARPing and recreation. So LARPing is where they use the fake things, and then recreating the scenarios is where they're supposed to use the real ones.
Well,
Reenactors, sorry.
they called it LARP. Oh, Mime Types asked for Pokemon cards, please.
I said, shut up.
Uzi also wants bread. Me and Uzi, we're pigeons. Bread.
You're not allowed bread. That's not part of your natural diet. You can have
That
seeds.
doesn't stop us wanting the bread.
You have seeds.
We want the bread.
You're not allowed bread.
Bread,
You have
bread,
seeds.
bread, bread. Okay, so my method of doing water patterns is... Oh, why is my box up there so small? It's Evelina. needs some washing detergent because they're thirsty.
Understandable. Um,
Nisty wants cigarettes.
Misty doesn't smoke.
Sillyminu has also asked for some metal bars and gasoline.
I can get you metal bars.
Gasoline, metal bars, Pringles,
Pringles is stretching it.
and some washing detergent to wash down the Pringles. What flavour washing detergent? Get a nice one that smells like good.
Get a Mountain Dew flavour and just bathe in cola.
Mountain Dew flavour. Mountain Dew washing powder.
Yes.
Well, we got quite a few things to eat and drink. But yeah, so it's like I feel like that story. I think those people they basically just used the university grant because if you had enough people to agree to sign up for your like your club, whatever they're called, um, they would give you funding, and they really did just want to pretend that and feel manly by playing around in a field with actual literal weapons and bragging that they have access to these actual literal weapons, and it genuinely left a bunch of them with permanent injuries. Because I remember at first I was like, oh, I do archery, and there is not an archery club here, so maybe I could learn something about archery from like a historical point of view from this, maybe. I also own a longsword. So I could learn more about how to use the longsword and the shield that goes with it. I own these things. And I got there and it was basically a bunch of adult children. And they were like, oh, yeah, this. And it's like, that's not cool. That's not cool. Also, I was kind of put off by the fact that there wasn't a single other, like, nobody else there identified as female. So I was like, that is also a little bit of a uncomfortable. It's like as a woman, entering a space where there's like 50 plus men, it's a bit of a no thanks. No thanks. And then to find out that they're all laughing and joking about maiming each other too, and I'm like, okay, so it's a room with like 50 men paying with actual weapons like their toys. No, no, I'm leaving. Bye. Bye. Yeah, I do have archery. I can do archery. And I was like, well, maybe there could be something to learn here because I was checking out different types of clubs. The one I ended up going to was salsa. No, I did go to a board game one, but it was filled with creeps. So many creeps. I'm talking, I was there one time and I had at least four people who were seniors put their hands on me. And I was like, I'm leaving. I was there with a friend who was interested in the tabletop stuff, and I was like, I want to leave, and she was like, No, it's not boring, I promise. And I'm like, that's not why I want to leave. And she was like, No, 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 please stay. I don't want to be on my own. And I'm like, I should have said no and put my foot down and said, No, this is what's happening. So no, yeah. Oh, fun fact, Squeaky. First encounter with Bolio.
I know.
Um, so that went terribly. And then in salsa is a type of dancing where people do put their hands on you consensually via dance. So typically there's gendered roles. You don't have to conform for them. But as far as teaching us how to dance, when we did, and the man leads the dance. So the woman needs to know how to react to whatever the man's doing and follow his instructions, so to speak. He doesn't tell you what to do. He dances and you dance with that dance and like it works together kind of like a waltz. It's very fast moving, a lot of twirling, super duper fun. That was great. Not once did I have a single creep. People just wanted to dance. Mine type, having a longbow and a longsword is the most English 100 years was thing ever. I have a shield too. Do you want to know a fun fact about the longsword and the shield? Not only are they fully functional weapons, we're talking needs to be oiled frequently and needs to be blunted for transport. Legal weapon, which has a sheath, longsword, a sheath, and a fully functional sword, not sword, shield, traversing another longsword. Not only are they that, they're a special level of nerd because they've been customized as replicas of a Master Sword and a Hylian shield from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Nerd. They are not cosplay swords or shields. They are weapons. I would be arrested if I went to a con with them. They're not toys. They go on the wall, and my parents currently have stolen them. And I'm terrified because they stole them, put them in their attic, and I'm sat here like, by the time y'all kick the bucket and I get those back, I bet that's going to be rusted to hell. There's no way they're oiling it. But yeah, not only do I have those things, they're extra nerdy. But they're cool. And I know how to use them to an extent. It like I thought I was strong when I first got them, and then I lifted like holding a long sword at extension. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to like work my arms more so I can swing this thing. The shield too. Damn, that gets heavy. Shield characters in games and movies are always made out to seem so boring and like, haha, you're just defense, you're not cool, but you need a lot of stamina and strength to hold a shield for a longer length of time, let alone one that's being hit. Mime type AK-40. Excuse me, needs less maintenance than all that weaponry. It's true. Nisty, I feel manly by having muscles and being a nice person. Slay. It's Evelina. It's Evelina. Sorry, I keep stammering. It's Evelina has asked for peach and lime flavored detergent, by the way.
Too late, I reordered it.
Oh. It's Olivia drawing. Should I add it on Discord once I'm done? Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see it. Uzi, my hands are murdering me right now. My hands hurt. I'm not even close to done. Misty, you can just split the action and the AK will work perfectly. What do you mean split the action? What if I want an AK and I want a long What the hell is this audio? That was awful. Go on.
Me when your mother tries to speak.
Yeah. Got called out by my time. Like, I watched a British streamer. Yeah, cool. What do they have? Oh, they were talking about how they have a longsword. Nerd. They're cool though. They're really cool. They actually had trouble getting them imported. Lost their weapons. So our lame ass postal service was like, I'm not sure you're allowed this. And I'm like, it's been blunted. It's fine. It's for decorational purposes. It's fine. Gimme. Gimme.
So British, you've got a long distance people opener.
That's just the social aversion where it's like, need to go on a killing spree, but I don't want to actually have a social interaction, so I've got to get the longsword.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
No, imagine I'm getting accosted.
That's fucking cute.
No, what if
No, it's not a fucking joke. I'm serious.
I'm serious? What if I'm being accosted by the year sevens with machetes? And then I can say mine's bigger and unsheath a literal longsword. You know what? I don't even need the longsword itself as a weapon. I could just throw the shield at them. I could just knock them out and give them a concussion with the sheath alone. The sheath.
You could just tell them they still wet the bed.
They will wet the bed if they were trying to mug someone and they pulled out a sword, I think. You know, sometimes in England we have these sort of weird drives that the cops do where you can turn in a weapon without to get knives off the street. So like you can turn in a weapon and they won't ask questions is the thought behind it. Imagine it's like, here you go. longsword. So you do like this wiggly texture. Why is it being so ugly?
It feels threatened.
I'm not calling the character ugly. I'm calling my workspace ugly because what was that? The desktop was not behaving. Busy. I feel them chilling in my room drawing. My hands are murdering me right now. And Astro Blaze, can I borrow that sword and take it to work with me? Yes. You can just like wear it and be like, hey.
As someone who knows where you work, know or get destroyed by the humidity.
Oh no, it would get destroyed by the humidity. My sword. Okay, so now we do the thing where we put the light layer on it. And this is where we start to play with the layer arrangements and the opacity. So we duplicate that and basically move them away from each other slightly and diagonally. And then it creates this nice, and then I need to reduce the top shiny layer a little bit in opacity. And now it's all wiggly and watery. And I can add sparkles and stuff if I want. Oh, hey everybody. If you had a long sword, perchance,
Politician.
perchance, you have a long sword in your possession, who you going after? Who you going after? Was there an answer in your head when I asked that question? You don't have to post it. But did you immediately think of someone? I get overwhelmed by someone. For starters, my parents that stole my longsword. My shield. Then again, if I break in, steal back and liberate my own possessions, and those possessions are a longsword and a shield, they are quite standoffish in and of themselves. So it'd be, maybe they'd actually let me walk out with them. Like, shit, she's got a sword. I don't care about the archery kit as much. That's less cool, and I've got nowhere to use it. So I do have an archery kit. It's a longbow. I don't want to fight you up close. What if you splatter me? I need all the longer equipment so I can like stand further back. I'm a coward, actually. It's the same in video games. I'm like, I'll be the archer. Why? Well, I can't play games good. I'm gonna hide. Duh. Misty, the right wing skinhead in my town. I got a machete already. Hmm. Oh, Evelina, you've got Putin and Trump. One of the first people I thought of was Trump. Same page, same page. Uzi inhales Trump. Astro believes I'll use it to threaten them into having the AC on. Amazing task, actually. Other people are agreeing that, yeah, they had someone in their head immediately. Uzi, my sword, sad face, quote Jcrow. That's me. That's my boy. Oh no, my boy.
My people opener.
It literally is a people opener. But you know what's even funnier? I also had a little metal miniature sword that was a letter opener that was also also an Ocarina of Time Master Sword. So you call my longsword the people opener, but I did have a letter opener that looked like a miniature version of it.
See,
That one's also for the year sevens.
that one's called the Nicker. Because it nicks people. I've said it out loud and now I regret saying it because I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. It's not supposed to sound like that.
He said Nick. In England, the term nick means you're stealing something, you've nicked it. It's slang, so I don't know if everyone knows it or not. What were we doing? I'm distracted reading about who you're all going after with the sword. My type, I'd go after that little guy in my walls that steals my sausages. Get the bastard. Misty, my bad man type is just. Oh no! Why is it reminding me of Night Watcher's antics in Minecraft? Steals sausages and leaves. Teleports. Okay, we're going to put some sparkles in this because the character is very shiny. I love water so much, oh my gosh.
What are you, not a Yu-Gi-Oh player?
I'm autistic. I say confidently to no one's surprise after talking about the sword I own. I do need to go around the edges of this and neaten it up too. Because of these little bits where it doesn't quite line up where I've moved them to get the reflections going. Oh yeah, I can also add like a subtle gradient underneath the water too, because the character has something like that going on. So to add depth, I can also mess around with gradients. Mime type, do you forgive Nisty for stealing your sausages and living in your walls rent-free? So they have like a darker... I've kind of inverted it, but it's going to get blurred into it anyway. Water gets darker the denser it gets, so that's kind of the vibe I'm going to go for. We're going to reduce the opacity and we're going to put a blur filter on it to make it, ooh, like that. So it looks like a little bit denser in the center. Don't want it on the top, so that's how it looks. And then underneath the shininess, looks like that. Nice. Misty, sorry, I've already read that one. We've hit 10 likes on the video. Thank you, everybody. You're all, as usual, adorable. This layer has nothing on it. That's less adorable. Okay, so I do need to do some shading around the face to just help things merge with itself less. Like behind the neckline here. But I don't want it, I'm going to be careful to not have it be the same color as the orange fur. Emoji stars! Hey, I'm at the nail salon. Hi! Do you know what nails you're getting done? Do you know what nail shape or like color? Have you already picked anything out? You should get one of your OCs themed as nails. Show her a picture of Kara and be like, I want something like this. This character, this theme. Please, thank you. Also, wasn't somebody mentioned they were working on ArtFight as well earlier? Oh no, there was also somebody that was talking about falling asleep. What if they've now been like cursed with dreams of like chasing people with a sword? That sounds pretty cool, actually.
What if they're being cursed with dreams of being British?
Oh, they're being cursed with dreams where they've turned into a machete wielding Yusuf. I'm sorry. Misty, copy that mime type. Mime type, fine, just don't touch the electric wires. They act as the house's nerves. And it shakes a little when you do that. Oh no! Are you going for almond-shaped nails, Mochi? Cute. I need some more water. That's better. Can you get me some more, please?
Delivery's on the way, it's just gone the wrong direction.
Oh, it got lost?
No.
Astro Blaze, that's a nightmare. See, Lena, I finished my drawing, but I flopped so hard. What? Where have you shared it to? Where were we? I was colouring the face. I was adding a little bit of... Oh, and I've not done the white of the eye yet, either. Maybe a little on the ear, too. Nothing too big. Just, like, subtle.
Here you
Thank you.
go. Where do
On the left. Thank you. I've never had a drink in my life. The character's fur is so close to white that it didn't even make much of a difference doing that. Misty, have you saved? No. I've saved now. I hadn't saved at all. Missy Lena is on Discord. We'll see. I'm on my way to see. Where'd you share it to? Oh my god! Where'd they go? Sorry, my friend sent me a picture of something really cool. Where are we? Oh, we're in general. Found you. Wow! The picture makes it look worse, guys. I can draw. I can tell you can draw. Look at all the texture in that. That's so cool. The antenna stars look like they're glowing. Like frushing the can too. That's really good. What do you mean? I like all the textures that the pen's created. And then the colours combined, it gives it like a really, what's the word? It's like an aesthetic. I really like it. It's like when I see art as well, it's like very different to how I draw. Enamored. I'm like, wow. Because it's like my stuff, for example, is typically very like brightly coloured and round. So then I'll see stuff like sharper art styles and stuff, and I'm like, amazing. See, Felina, it's probs because I used a highlighter. That would make sense. You can't wait for your nails to be on mochi. What theme are you getting? What's the design going to be? All color. It does. It looks like it's glowing. It looks really pretty. You did well. Don't be too hard on yourself. The tip for good photos, if you're unhappy with your photo quality, it's gonna sound like it's not gonna make a big difference, but I promise you, when I first got this information and then I started waiting to do it that way, the difference, hella worth it. Use natural lighting instead of unnatural lighting, especially if you don't have a professional lighting box setup type situation. So wait, even if you're super excited about your drawing, this is a tip for sharing if you're going to post it on social media. Sharing to like the server, you don't have to go and do all that, obviously. You can just be like, guys, I drew a picture, yay. I share doodles and stuff all the time, right? But when you're sharing pictures for like Instagram or TikTok and you want to get a good photo for it because you're trying to get some content, I recommend, no matter how excited you are, waiting till daylight and getting a nice picture by the windowsill or something. You don't need the outdoors and the background in your picture. You just want natural light to illuminate it. It makes a humongous difference. Huge difference, I promise you. I was blown away the first time I saw how big a difference it made because I really didn't think it'd be all that when I first learned it. And then I was just like, oh my gosh. Wow. Right, I think the eyes are going to look softer if I make them like a zoom out. How are they looking? Yeah, that looks a lot more gentle. See, Felina, it's almost 10. We've got half an hour until 10. Also, hi, Venom Shank. Hello. Welcome. I'm currently working through a character called Whirlpool. So pretty. I want to go to the ocean. I can't afford to go to the ocean. Let's go fund me. Oh, Jcrow goes ocean. Yes. The other day I was saying to Squeaky, I was like, what if instead of music, I like step one, go to the sea. Step two, record ambience of just like ocean waves, or go to the waterfall I live near and just record that. And then in the background of videos, instead of it just being quiet, can be like, boom, ocean. You can have like ambience in the background instead. It's all fine until I end up being quiet too because I'm listening. I'll just neaten that up and put it again. Hang on. Nisty, limbo. Bored but not bored at the same time. You're in limbo. Well, what have you done today? Is there anything you could do? Any patches to be sewn? Any nails to be painted? Any politicians to take down with your longsword? Governments to overthrow? Oh, do you know in England all of our politicians congregate in a place called Houses of Parliament? It is illegal to wear a full. There's a literal law saying it's illegal to wear a full suit of armor in the Houses of Parliament. You're not allowed to wear a suit of armor in there. You'll be arrested. You can wear a full suit of armor anywhere else legally, but you cannot wear them into Parliament. So, fun fact and bad news for everyone that plans to visit England Parliament in a suit of armor. I need to fix that part of the eye. Okay. Oh, Nisty, you played the entirety of Black Ops 1 and laid in bed. As I said, bored, but not bored at the same time. Okay. You know, sometimes it's good to be bored, though. It inspires more creativity. And it also, like, people don't need to be active and stimulated 24/7. In fact, I don't think people work well when they are. Especially when it's later, because I know for you it's kind of late. You're an hour ahead of us, right? Well, an hour ahead of us being England, me. And if that's the case, then bored and not bored's pretty perfect for settling down before bed, right? Hi, Venom Shank again. Steve Lena, for you it's 20 minutes until 10. Ah. You gonna go bed at 10? I don't. I go bed at bedtime here is well, bedtime for stream is 10 p.m. UK time, so GMT. So the stream still gets to go a little longer. Okay, so that part of the arm needs to be combined here. I'm just merging some layers. So I'm gonna have to remove the line art color first. Terrible. Okay. 20 minutes till midnight for you. Ooh. Sleepy. Sleepy eepy. This character's starting to look pretty good now. The lines are coming into colour. How shiny do I want that to look? Usually if you give something lighter line art, it's going to look shinier. But I think that particular charm looks better darker. For Uzi, it's 19 minutes until 5. You've still got a lot of your evening ahead of you then. How is all the pictures going for your bedroom wall, by the way? It's Evelina. Good luck, everyone, with ArtFight. Good luck to you too, it's Evelina, assuming you're playing. I think it's really fun. I'm quite excited to see the big animation at the end of this with everyone's characters. Because intermittently, when I've had ideas for like little GIFs, it's not just PNGs. There's like some frame by frame animation in there too, where I've had the extra time or energy. I have a little bit of tidying up to do on these corners. And then I do have to clean up the edges for this too. Oh, I see. Just checking where stuff lines up, double tidying up parts of the colour. Okay. Looking pretty finished. I just need to neaten up the patterns on the tail. Glancing over them. I want to go swimming now. I can't go swimming. Let's save again. Remembered. Missy Flavor, I know, right? The character design of Whirlpool is Chef Kiss. They're so pretty. Sillyminu did such a good job. Loads of Sillyminu's OCs are so cute. I had a hard time choosing at first. I was like bookmarking left, right, and center, scrolling down until I encountered the water themed ones, and I was like, oh, Splash! I love Splash. I was torn between Whirlpool and one called Pwargh. Sorry, my voice cracked a little. There was one called Pwargh, I think. But they were also ocean themed. I went for this one. This day I want to swim. Uzi, pardon me? Oh, American Penguin, my dog is drinking resin. Probably shouldn't let it do that. That's quite toxic. Your profile picture, though. With a penguin. Do not let your dog drink resin. Unless your dog is literally an animated character in a cartoon, it's not going to respond well to that. I'm Shanghai, out on Discord now. Should we take a sneak peek? Okay. Let's see, in whip. Ooh. Oh, they're fluffy. Oh, but the hair on that one. Oh my gosh. The hair on the first one with like the head. That's so cool. And like the expression on the face. Why are you so talented? Why are you all so talented? Right above that is the whip mime type did of the little cat character. Jumping side to side. So much talent in one spot. Where'd you all go? Have you just been drawing those now? They're really cool. It's Evelina Venom has act on Discord and Uzi. Let's go to the second one done. Me or you? I have drawn a lot more than 2 characters. Or are you asking to see Pwargh? Pwargh was very cute. Yeah, if anyone's doing ArtFight and you like drawing furry characters, like fluffies, Sillyminu. So many cute ones, so many good ones. Alright, we don't need the ref anymore. I do want to tidy up the colour on the tail, that was it. So I just need to tidy up little areas dotted around and fix where the tail lines up or doesn't line up. But no, if it's me, I can definitely promise there's quite a few art fights. This is my like 20th character, I think. Sillyminu, what is ArtFight? ArtFight is a game that happens once a year. This month, it starts on the 1st and it ends on the last day of the month also. It's basically a game where you pick sides. It's 2 teams and you draw each other's characters basically. It's like a big art trading game. So when you do an art trade with an artist, like if you did an art trade with me, we'd both be agreeing to draw art for the other person in exchange for art received. So I would draw your OC and you might say you would pick an OC for me to draw and send me a reference, and then I would send you maybe, I don't know, Colby, and be like, I'd like you to draw Colby. And then you draw, and the price for drawing for that person is receiving art in exchange. And it's just a really fun way to get character art, and it's really just like a cute, wholesome interaction. You get art. Yeah. Art Fight is basically that on a humongous scale. So they have a website, you make an account, you upload characters and art, and you just draw the other team's characters, and then people log on and they'll get random, just gifted art of their characters. Sillyminu, I don't know who they are. However, they followed me on ArtFight a few days ago, so I looked at their account out of curiosity and was like, oh my god, I love this character. So later tonight, I'm going to upload this, and they're going to just get a drawing of Whirlpool out of nowhere and be like, oh my gosh, my boy, that's my son, you know? I don't know the gender of the character, I'm just quoting a meme. But I think it's really cute because I used to do a lot of free art anyway. I'd like to say I still do. The only reason I stopped is because I ended up in hospital for like 4 months. But if you go through my old streams, there's a lot of streams where I just draw requests and draw other people's OCs because I find drawing people's OCs more fun than drawing fan art of like mainstream characters from like movies and shows. You get points, you might get art, but you need to know that part of playing the game is you need to enjoy the gift of giving and not do it expecting to receive, because nobody is obligated to draw your character. So like Sillyminu will get this art, right? I'm not expecting anything in return. I just wanted to. They're cute, you know? If they wanted to, there is an act called Revenge where you can attack someone else's character back, and you get bonus points, I think, for doing the revenge as well. But the point of ArtFight isn't you get free art. The point is meant to be to give free art, basically. But obviously, there's a strong chance that someone might draw your character back. What colour backgrounds do I have? I do have like this one, which is a bit more beach themed, but I'm worried it washes out the character. This one's like ocean tide themed. That one definitely washes out the character. Okay. They stand out pretty well on against the purple, but this one's on theme for the character. What do you think? You see, that's my child. Yes, there we go. See, Felina, that's so cool and sweet. It's really sweet. It's really fun. Now I want to do it lots. There's a week and a half left on it, so you definitely could if you wanted to. There's still time to sign up, and you need to have one of your characters up there to participate. So you need to at least have one character up for the fight, and then you can just go crazy. Uzi, you like the blue and yellow. I think the blue and yellow does suit them right. So we're not thinking they're too washed out, because I'm thinking that's cute. You know, all of the gradient backgrounds I designed for the back of this animation meme have like fun names. This one I think is literally called Sandy Beaches. Yeah, it says down here still. So this one's Sandy Beaches. This one's called Slushy. This one's Fruit Salad. And this one is Ocean Tide. And then this other one's like licorice and stuff. I called them all different names. So at the end of this month, for those that aren't aware, these images and the animations I've done for ArtFight, they all go into a posing animation meme. Will be posted to my YouTube towards the end of the month. So on paper, in theory, this is my 18th ArtFight attack, but it also isn't my 18th because this 18 is not including the frame by frame animations I've done, and it's also missing counting characters where I've drawn two of the person's OCs in one attack. are counted as one, because it's one attack individually, but also it's two because it's two characters. There was also a character I drew that I didn't like how they looked during the first batch of characters. Now, there's nothing wrong with the character design, but I did see issue with how I had personally drawn them because it was during like my warm up stage, I guess. It was within the first batch of 4. And I was like, I can do better. It's annoying me. So that person now has 2 characters. Not in the animation, I've swapped them out, but they got 2 attacks on the same character from the same artist, basically. So I literally put in the comments, I was like, I'm sorry, but I could do better. Basically. Go Whirlpool. Let's look at the variety I've got so far. Let's see. So we've got a couple of furries. We've got humans. I've got a mermaid. I've got Frutiger Aero aesthetic personified. We've got a shark. I've got a like abstract character too. We've got a fairy. What kind of variety do we not have? What are we missing? What are we missing? Monster. A few monsters. Right. A demon, a monster, a mermaid. Frutiger Aero personified. We've got high contrast characters, we've got low contrast characters, we've got soft colours, we've got vibrant colours, I've got furries. I'm not sure if the shark character counts as a scaly, they're a bit too humanoid. I've got an abstract character, I've got ghosts, I've got fairies, I've got a superhero, classic hero in like a cape and a hat and stuff. What other aesthetics are we missing? What other themes? What else could we get in there? Oh, gee, my nails look amazing. I'm so glad. Uzi, I want to go to IRL school this year, but I'm scared to. Persona? What did you suddenly persona? Okay, these characters are all saved. They're all good. So why are you nervous about going to school? Have you not been to like public or private schools before? Have you only ever been homeschooled? Ka-chow, question mark. I have a partial goat. She's quite cottagecore. I thought you meant that literally for a minute. I was like, what do you mean you have half a goat? Are you on ArtFight? Let's see. What's your ArtFight? Let me see. What is your ArtFight username? Are you called Kachow question mark? Going to school for the first time in that sense, Uzi, it's understandable that you're going to be nervous, but I think you'll do fine because you're a lovely person. You're really enthusiastic and sweet and fun to talk to. You've got so many different hobbies and interests. You are an art kid. The art kids are gonna love you. May you be blessed that on your first day, one of your first classes is art class. In fact, you could even bring a sketchbook if you have one. If you pack in your bag like a sketchbook and a your pencil case, and then if you've got opportunities where you're not feeling up to socializing or something and you want to sit and doodle, it's something. Or if you start talking to other kids and they're like, "Oh, I draw. What do you draw?" You can be like, "Well, I have a sketchbook," and you could like get it out and like talk about art. You'd be like, "I know how to make paper dragon puppets. That's pretty cool." Ka-chow. No, you're not called Ka-chow. You've only been. Oh, sorry. Your name is Starling Artist. Oh, that's cute. And Uzi, you've only been in online school ever since kindergarten, and you're scared you're going to be bullied for being Etherean and a weird kid. I'm sorry. I know kids can be mean. I know kids can be mean. See, I want to say, hi, Pebble. What are you doing? Pebble, that's my foot. Don't meow at me. How dare you? It's okay, you can meow, you're cute. I'd say you don't, I'm not saying stifle your personality, but if you're nervous, don't lead with it unless you're comfortable. If you are 100% comfortable leading with certain subjects, for example, being Therian, then by all means. If you're nervous about that, just don't lead with it. You don't owe people anything to do with your identity. You can definitely scope them out first. Sorry, Starling, right? Star? How are you spelling it? You spelling it? Found you. Hi, Pablo. Oh, your profile picture's really cool, actually. Wait. Oh, that's cute. But your characters are really fun. What? Sorry, I'm being distracted a little by my cat, too. Oh, the recent attack you did on, like, no, received there. That's really cool. No, it is by you. Someone that you've attacked with a camel. It's like a cat with, like, the bright colors. It's really, really, like, it's eye candy. But realistically, the people that you want to keep around you, Uzi, and the people that you want your friends to be, are gonna be the ones that do accept you for being you. Unfortunately, there are always going to be haters in life, and unfortunately, as I've experienced, certain people who want to be a bully are going to remain bullies. People are really bad at self reflection. And it's unfortunate because you shouldn't have to cope with it and put up with it, but it is a skill that you need to learn is how to deal with them. I do believe teachers need to do better to protect kids, though, because they're terrible for it. Your true friends that you meet, there will be weird kids in the school, there will be Therians in the school, and there will be people that aren't either of those two things, but love you anyway because they don't care in that way. Not that they don't care about their friend, but like they don't care about what you like and dislike and how you think and all that stuff because they're gonna like you. Your real friends like you for who you are, even if you do stuff that they don't like participate in. Like if someone was a huge K-pop stan and you weren't, you're not gonna hate them just because of their favorite like genre in music. You're not gonna hate on someone like, oh, you like metal? Cringe. I don't listen to that, so no, I'm not listening to you. It's like no, and it's similar to that. So like your hobbies and interests, especially if they're not hurting anybody, it's important to stay true to yourself and not let other people dim your flame just because they're boring, they're insecure, and they don't have hobbies. But unfortunately, those people are out there, but you're better than them. And you've got a lovely personality, and you will find the cool kids because you're one of the cool kids. True cool kids attract the other cool kids. And then you can all discuss paper dragons and all of the cool stuff that you do. You'll be fine. Uzi, no one's told me something like this in a long time. Well, I don't know. Honestly, you should be okay. But it's fair to be nervous. But I have full faith you'll be able to find friends and make your friends. Sometimes the friends might not even be in your class. We had forms in school for me in England. I don't know if it's the same anywhere else, where you're all, say, a year seven, but because there's that many kids in the school, you have different form groups. I had my best friends were in different form groups, and you meet them in classes. So it's like our classes would mingle, and I'd meet them at playgrounds in like playtime and at break and at lunch, in between classes, after school clubs too, the local, not the local, the school library. Like, there's so many different places to meet people. I don't think I was really friends with anyone in my form, but I had lots of friends outside of it. But we have clocked on to 10. It's Evelina. Oh my god, I make paper dragons. You do? I think that's so cool because it's a type of puppeting. I don't know how to make them, but I think they're really cool. If I was to make one, I have no idea what it looked like because I don't actually have a dragon. Oh. But it has clocked on to bedtime. Isn't that right, Pebble? He's literally perked on the back of my chair, watching. He's like, food, please. So, thank you everybody for joining the live stream. We've reached the end. We completed Whirlpool. I really like drawing some water. Me like splash. Me like beach. But oh, don't be sad. Don't be worried. You can do it. Full faith. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. Mochi, Uzi, Nisty, Squeaky Clean, it's Evelina, Venom Shank, Chow. We've had a few people as well that have popped in. We've seen a few new faces today, like American Penguin with their dog eating resin. Probably shouldn't be doing that. We saw Mime Type for a while. Pretty sure they requested Pokemon cards from the shop. Astro Blaze. Trying to remember the other names we saw. Oh, Always Breaded and Dude Bro. We had the return of Dude Bro and like Ducky. The Ducky emote username icon. Yay. So good night everybody. The streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time. Depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day or sweet dreams. Bye bye.